What's up, this is Breezy Man, and we're gonna go over why Dhalsim is the master of Fireball Wars. He's got so many ways around fireballs, and he even has his own fireball game. Today we're gonna go over specific examples that showcase all his strengths when it comes to Fireball Wars, so let's get into it. So here's an example of a sim navigating fireballs. He's doing a float, trying to get that medium punch, but this medium slide right here goes under his fireball, right? This is mostly for like Luke, because a slow fireball will kind of just clip you. But here, he uses this medium kick to get into medium drill spacing. And then hits him. See that? That's like really, really good. So I like to go for this sequence a lot. EX arch, dive kick, and then down heavy punch. So what this is trying to do is if they stay in place, I get a throw mix if they stay here. If they start walking back, then this will hit the walking back. But he actually walked out of range of my down heavy punch. See right there, he walked out of it. That means he gave me a lot of space. He walked himself into the corner even farther. But I'm also protected by the arch right here. So he's actually going to try to whiff punish me right here. So see, he tries to whiff punish, but I'm protected by this. So I'm always able to throw a comet. So this is like a canned sequence that I really like to go for. And it basically works all the time. They can't really do much about it. So it's just basic Dhalsim zoning. Right here when I drive rush, I'm looking for the jump over. In the screen freeze, you can tell when someone's about to jump over or if they backdash. You can kind of assess the situation. Here, I kind of felt since he parried, he's not going to do the jump. So I just made him block the heavy punch. And then now he's going to have to block that. So I'm zoning some more. I started noticing he's not really giving me a jump. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have to use this plus frames to just go in and start pressuring. This spacing, it makes it kind of hard for them to check the drive rush after the fireball because it seemed very plus. So I just go in with a medium kick, back medium kick. And then right there, this is a classic negative frame trap, space trap, I guess. So here we have a knockdown situation. After EX fireball, I started doing arch and then doing an air comet. This beats them waking up with the fireball to try to eat my fireball. Although it's not going to eat up a fireball. I guess they're trying to punish me on my recovery. But I'm in the air doing a comet. And then I use this comet to throw a fireball. Because they're going to try to block this or jump over. I'm going to throw a fireball. And then look for the jump over right there. When the screen freezes, I can just see that he jumped right over here. And that's a lot of damage. I mean, look at that. He actually got punished for that. After people block a limb, they like to throw a fireball. Especially with Luke, you have enough time to float, hit with the medium punch, actually punish counter, and then either do a super or this drive rush combo. At this spacing, you're too far to link crouch medium punch, so you can actually just super if you have level 1. So here's an example. And as you see, you have to like memorize the spacing right there. It whiffs, so you got to practice that spacing. So this works on all fireball characters as long as they throw a fast fireball. DJ here only has 1 speed of fireball, even if it's a single or the heavy. As you can see right here, Sim can actually reliably go over it because the fireball will actually pass him. The problem is if you have a fireball character that has a slow fireball. Let me show in this next example. So here we have an example of the problem when someone throws a slow fireball. You see how hard it is to time that? Sim just lands on the fireball on his way down. Even if he gets over it, you kind of float for too long and he recovers in time. You see that? It's basically impossible. I mean, if he throws a fast fireball, you can get over it. So here we have an example of Sim's hitbox when he throws a normal out. It actually extends here, so as you can see here it is. When he throws a normal, it extends right there. And also right here. The fireball just hits that clean. Okay, so here we are full screen. Here's another way to win the fireball war. So Sims already know to float and jab to fall with the least amount of frames. You can also drive rush slide and fully convert. So once you start establishing this type of punish, it makes them hesitate to throw fireballs. This is how you can get the lead on your fireballs. They hesitate just for a little second, and then you start throwing your fireballs and getting your plus frames. So here we have an example of someone hitting it in an actual match, but I really like this example because at this spacing, it makes Luke feel safe to throw a fireball. So let me press play here. Look at this float range. He seems almost full screen, so it kind of tricks Luke to throw a fireball. He floated into the range and was still able to hit him. But crouching medium punch was out of range, so he just supered. That's how you trick Luke to throw a fireball at that range. Anytime you throw a fireball or an air comment, always look for the jump over. You'd be surprised how late you can get a heavy kick anti-air. As you can see right there. That was really late. Look how low to the ground he got. See that? So always attempt it. You'd be surprised. People love throwing fireball after a full screen heavy punch. This is another great punish right here. So here, don't let DJ get away with spamming heavy fireball. You can always drive rush slide right there. So that's a really great punish. So here we have another scenario. If someone lands on your regular fireball, so you can convert that. Just always be ready. If you throw a fireball, someone might just land on it. If they go over you, if they jump forward, you can actually slide right there. So here's an example of what I mentioned earlier. See that? There's enough time to slide under, get them all confused, and then take your turn back. Because you don't have enough time to anti-air there, but you can at least slide under. So here we have an example of when someone successfully jumps over your fireball and they jump into your medium drill spacing. As you can see right here, they jump over the fireball, but right here they jumped into medium drill spacing. You can jump back medium drill. See that? Always be ready for that. It's always jarring to them. They're never expecting that. And here I'm just showing you that if they block that dive kick when they jump into that range, it's +3 right here. So you gotta memorize this spacing. Once they jump into it, it makes the heavy kick whiff. And it's your turn. You can get a grab right there. Anything you want, really. You see, after you X-Flame, you can get this air reset. It's perfect spacing for a fireball and make their jump in whiff. Do the dive kick. After they block a X fireball, you're plus enough to get a stand medium punch and air reset them, or even lock them down. See that? They get your air reset. And I don't know what it is, but every time someone gets air reset at this spacing, they always jump. It doesn't matter what skill level they are. And at that spacing, you see they jumped into my medium drill spacing. That was actually a punish right there. See that again. And then right there, after hitting a close light fireball, that's -2, you can do a light kick, recover in time to anti-air. Any other button, you won't have enough time to recover. So this sequence, when you throw a fireball, a light fireball, you can basically always drive rush, crouch, medium punch. Once you see they're about to block that. So right here, we're 0 on block, right? Here, we have so many options. You can just kind of do this, see if they're going to jump, drive rush. Here, I set it to drive rush crouch medium kick. You can backdash, react, do a dive kick. And that was a punish right there. So let's see that again. Because Dhalsim's negative frames are kind of they're different than other people's. When Dhalsim gets his negative frames, people are like hungry to get in. They want to jump, drive rush in weird spots. So you always have to be ready to check that. And the thing about this is if they jump, you can also just dive kick in that spacing. So let me show you. So here we have the same exact scenario, but they jump instead, and it's +3. So right there, you get a tick grab. See that? You gotta memorize that spacing. So here we have a round start example. This might look random, but I'm actually looking for a lot of things when I backdash. When I backdash, I'm looking for a jump light kick. I'm actually able to, if he jumps right here, I'm actually able to drive rush anti-air and fully convert. And also if he throws a fireball, I can react in the freeze frame and just slide. And then that's a full conversion right there. Oh, this is something else I like to do. After you get a knockdown, you do an arch. So if you get a knockdown at this range, right, this with a blast or a medium flame, if they do a normal recovery, you can react with a crouch medium punch and teleport and get a mix. But since he got hit standing, I didn't try to convert because I knew that that would be like +2 or whatever. So I just went for a tick grab. If they back roll instead, if they back roll the situation, they give me enough space to just zone, just have free reign. See if they backdashed right there, I just usually do like an air comet and just start my zoning pattern that way. So here we have an example of winning the fireball war versus Ken. After down throw, chuck him full screen, do an arch. He can't punish from here, so usually people throw a fireball here. He tries to catch me on my way up, or I don't know what he's trying to do. And then I use this fireball to make him block so I can get this fireball out. And usually they try to eat up that fireball. When I'm drive rushing, I'm looking for the jump again, right? And then if he throws a fireball, I'm trying to react with a heavy punch to punish. It usually does punish counter. I guess I was a little bit late on this one. As you can see, if I was just a little bit earlier, I would have punish countered that, but same thing. So here's an example of something cool that you could do. Since you know this is a 0 situation, you can backdash and air to air. He's set to a pretty early heavy kick. You see he's already doing a heavy kick, and this beats it out. And you could get this cool little cute mix right there. So you actually have enough time to backdash, react to the drive rush if you want to do the dive kick, but this you can actually also get the air to air. So that's pretty cool. Sim's really good at punishing full screen whiffs, like if they do some kind of input error. See that hit, and he's able to heavy punch. See that combo right there, which is pretty nuts. So Sim should always be ready for that. So here, down heavy punch, you can kind of just fish for it in neutral to beat out their fireball. But even if they block it, you can just kind of do it again. Because they, like I said, people just like throwing fireball after full screen limbs. So this is kind of a really good sequence. Just do that, do it again. It works like a lot. Here's another sequence that's been working for me a lot. So you drive rush, limb, and that kind of tricks them to fireball. And then you could react to a jump or a fireball and you could slide. Alright, that must have been more than 20 examples of why Sim is the master of fireball wars. I'm going to be making more guides soon, so make sure to subscribe and look out for that soon, okay? Thank you.